Hello, Ash Fireflame here, and this is some of the progress I'm making on my realm. I'm working on the trees. I might need to make it lower to the ground. I mean, I think it might just take a while to grow, but let's see. I have my little pumpkins here, and so that's pretty cool. Some wheat. I want to make a bakery at some point. And then, yeah, it's kind of expanding upon here a bit. I really like this banner pattern thing here combo, but I also really like this one. There's some pretty cool ones here. I of course have cool little decor here. My sugarcane, bamboo, the automatic of both. I love the tough blocks, the different bricks here and the polished, and it reminds me of like some games I used to play. It's really cool. Anyways, I got my little cocoa beans, and I'm pretending that there's a bunch of different shelf space here. So that's pretty cool. My crafter, so I can put, the wood into planks and furnace thing. Some pretty cool things here. All of my little storage space and my little mines. Been having a bit of fun with expanding this area. I don't know, I love it. It's very cute. I love that they have these type of bookcases. It's just, I remember when they, before they added it, I always thought it'd be cool if I could have it just one side, and now they have it, and so I love that they added that. It just looks so nice. And then, oh yeah, the sheep just appeared one day, so I have a sheep now. I did have a chicken appear one day, but then it just kind of disappeared. But yeah, I've got to, I'll probably expand this at some point more. It's easily recognizable building. And of course, my nether spot. I'm gonna have to check out what Death Angel has built, because she said she's added to her stuff quite a bit, so that'll be pretty good. I just love what I did with these here. These change colors quickly, but I really like the color here, so that's perfectly fine with me. It's pretty cool. And then, let's see what Death Angel added to her thing. Oh yeah, she got these cats because creepers kept blowing up when she was building, so she kind of had to do that. Little mixed bit of animals. Oh yeah. I really love this little thing she built. Look at that. It's so cute. And of course I added the bamboo boats at one point because I love the bamboo boats. Oh, what'd she put here? Oh, I love that. I love that. And then, let's see here. I just love how she decorated it. It's very, definitely goes with the theme of Hobbit Home. Which, I mean, she wanted a Hobbit home, so that's cool. But yeah, I like how she added, it looks like she added some of these leaves and stuff, because I gave her some stuff because I took some jungle wood and saplings. And so the leaves were one of the things I put. Oh, this looks so cool. Oh yeah, the parrot, she told me she has one. That's kind of cool. The different pumpkins. Oh yeah, she likes to add Z instead of S for the ends of certain words, except for the sticks, I guess, but everything else has the Z. Different water. I really like how she's done with her little builds here. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is starting to look really nice. I'm liking this. That's pretty cool. Whoa. Wow. Let me climb up here. Holy, okay. Nice little farm she got going here. I love that. I absolutely love this. This is really cool. Holy. Wow. This is pretty cool. I love that. That is a lot of cows. And of course a lot of pumpkins, because we got to. Jack-o'-lanterns and all that. Holy. Oh, it looks like some more storage space over here. Oh, I love that pathway. That is such a cool pathway. Melons, pumpkins, beetroot. I absolutely love this little farm and how it looks. It's such a cool little setup. Oh, you can see my cobblestone tower over there. With the little nether thing. And I keep forgetting there's a blacksmith place up there. Because villages kind of spawn weirdly sometimes. But yeah, like, this is a pretty cool area. I just love that. Ooh. Let's see. You know, the cow she has in the, one of the areas is going to be very useful for when I decide to make a little bakery area for my character. That'll be cool. Ah, the different sheep. Nice. I gotta get a bunch of different wool. I really like what she's done to this area. There's a lot more that she's gonna do, I know, so... She was talking about wanting to do a library at some point, and I was kind of thinking the same thing, so we'll probably have to make sure we have plenty of stuff for that. Get a bunch of books and stuff. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I really like this. You know, I always think these doors look like chocolate bars. Oh yeah, I have that little long platform thing going somewhere. I haven't finished it, but I'm gonna keep expanding that area. That way I can bring it to something. And I was using the water and lava to create expansions of like different cobblestone and stuff over there. So it looks kind of funny, but that's alright. Yeah, I'm not sure how far that's gonna go. And then I was thinking of creating like a bunch of different tunnel systems within Nether. I already started doing it with 2 different Nether portals, excluding the one that you spawn in to get to the Nether. So I guess 2 extra Nether portals in the Nether, 3 total. That way I can expand at different areas. 2 of them brought us to caves. One of them was one of those little mining caves. So, we're going to... whatchamacallit? A moment, skeleton. So we're going to, run! Anyways, we went through the different cave areas, and there's a lot more to go through because there are so many caves, especially the Caves and Cliffs update. I love it. But one of them was like the little mine shaft areas, or whatever they're called. So yeah, with the railroads and stuff. So we end up collecting some stuff from there, and we'll probably go back there again, wheel it up some areas because we kept getting killed by different mobs and enemies or whatever. And the other one was just another big cave that we also started lighting up. But we're hoping that eventually going through the nether things with different portals, since it goes by, if I recall correctly, I think it was 1 block in the nether is 8 blocks in the overworld. I think that's correct. Anyways. Oh no, zombies! Oops. Anyways. So you can travel faster through the nether. So I was making different nether portals. That way I can do, well, just that, travel faster. So we can find a, desert. Kind of rambling on, but, if I can find a desert, then we can get a bunch of sand, which is good for glass and concrete, and, or I think concrete was part of the recipe, the, sand, was it sand and gravel, maybe? I can't remember, I'll have to double check, but, or was it clay? I don't know, my mind's not remembering at the moment, but anyways, there's a bunch of stuff you can do with sand, especially glass, and we need a bunch of glass for some things I plan. Megan wants me to make like a little UFO, like the alien style one. I mean, technically I can make any flying object and then call it a UFO because I don't know what it's for, but you know. Or actually, no, it would be because unidentified flying object, I would know what it is if I make it. But we're talking about the alien style here. And I'm thinking of doing like perhaps like a purple and green and then have a little like cafe area underneath. With a bunch of cows and stuff, little cow farm or something. I don't know, but I want a lot of glass for that, to be able to do that, so that would be pretty cool to do. Okay, I still have those boots here. I love this. Whee! Such a fancy way to get to the nether. The ghasts are very challenging to deal with at times. And I probably do also need to get more armor, but, you know, I can procrastinate on that because, well, I have a bunch of other plans to build and things like that. Oh no! No! Well, that was unpleasant. I need to go through the inventory. If you're wondering why I have so much of the chains, that's because when we went to the little mineshaft area, I collected some. Let me light that portal up again real quick. Oh, you brat. There we go. Oh, wow. How dare it. How dare it. I need to make a wall around that thing. Because that is very inconvenient. I probably shouldn't have relit it. It probably wasn't really... didn't matter too much because it probably would have been... But anyways... let's try to travel back and hope that the gas doesn't get me this time. Usually I can evade it quick enough. But every once in a while... Yep. Is that still lit up? It is, okay. Yeah, I have this little hallway here. That way I can travel. I definitely do need to make some walls and stuff to avoid the gas. I almost hit this dude. Good thing I didn't. But yeah, it'd be nice to find some of the stuff in Nether, like try to figure out that Happy Gas thing from one of the newer updates. And also, I kind of want to find the, well, the Crimson was pretty good, but I want to find the Warped Wood because it's that kind of like tealish, turquoise, whatever specific name for the color it is. Because I really like it, and I want the doors because it looks so cool. So, I need to figure that out at some point. But yeah, that's one of those portals. And then over here, as you can see, there's something over there, but I blocked it for the moment. And if I go way over here, there's going to be another Nether portal as well. Which, this one here is the one that brings us to that little one with the whales and kind of minecarts and stuff like that. Should be over here. Now, I've been kind of like looking through sometimes, trying to see if I can find like the Warped Wood. But so far, I haven't really found any. So, but we also haven't done a huge amount of travel over the above part of the Nether because those gas. I definitely need to get better armor for that. But I know that... Oops. Well, not gonna find it much if I do that. But anyways, I have a lot of different plans on what I want to do with that. And... oh, I've got to show you the banners I want to use for the little bakery thing. Because I think it's a kind of neat idea. But yeah, I really want to go to the desert, not only for the cactus, or I want it not only for the sand, but for the cactus as well, because I want green dye. I find it weird you can't just make green dye the way you can make other dye colors with, you know, the orange and purple and stuff, but I suppose it makes it worth trying to find it. But yeah, look, I used the, different banner patterns and stuff to make these. That way I can, just make it look kind of cool. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna set that up, but, I'll figure it out. So, I'll show you the, thing here. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of funny looking, but I really like it. I know there's a lot of cool things you can do with banners, and I like setting up different things. I love when they added banners to the game because it's just so cool. Like, think about it, it's... why am I using that to mine it? I think it was... yep. Like, it's just so cool. All the things they've added to the game. Like, banners being one of them. I just absolutely love because it's just so... something about it is just so satisfying. Is that how I had it set up? There you go. Something like that. But yeah. I mean, even before they added a bunch of stuff, like when I started, they didn't really have oceans. They just had like 3 or maybe 4 blocks deep of water. And I would go there to avoid enemies, and then when they did the aquatic update and all that stuff, or whenever they added the enemies in the water, I'm like, dang it, now I can't go here to avoid enemies at night. Because I took forever to make bed because I was busy with traveling and stuff like that. But yeah, it was kind of funny. Yeah, I know I might have to add a little more with like these things if I want a bigger one, the hoppers, because sometimes it goes in front of it. But yeah, I do get a lot of it in the barrels and stuff. I need to expand more, and I need to get a lot more iron. I was thinking of doing an iron farm at some point, but the problem with that is it's Bedrock Edition, so it's kind of more challenging to make iron farms and stuff, because Bedrock Edition can be a bit tricky to figure these things out. But Oh well. I'll figure something out. Because I need a lot more iron for a lot more automatic stuff I want to make. Because I want to get more into the redstone stuff. Because I was kind of intimidated by it a lot before. Because, well, I mean, there's just... For one, there's a bunch of differences between Bedrock and Java Edition with certain things. And for two, it just feels so complicated. Even though it's really not all too complicated, but it also kind of is when you think of it as... There's just... Oh hey, 2 traders. Anyways, do you think they're competition? Anyways, it's just sometimes it feels overwhelming when you're trying to learn something new, so I'm like, yeah, I'll procrastinate on learning the redstone stuff. But there's so much you can do that I want to get more into doing that stuff, so I'll figure something out. But yeah, I need to find a desert. I need to find cactus. I also want to make a cactus house because I just find those are kind of cool looking. I'm not sure what I'll do for the ceiling of it. I have a few different ideas because I've practiced in both survival and creative mode making cactus houses. But, yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that out at some point. Oh, hey, fire. But, yeah, I know... Oops, screen freeze. Very deep in here. I'll probably find some iron over here at some point. But yeah, I just really want to find cactus. And a bunch of sand so we can get a bunch of glass. You know what's funny? When I had to search up how to get these little honey things, because I have one near my base that I got a little bit of honey things for. But I wouldn't have known without searching up that you have to put a campsite under it. Campfire. So that's kind of funny. But we have, Death Angel and I have a lot of plans for the, area here. Oh, those little bubble things makes me think I need to make a bubble elevator at some point. That'd be cool. Yeah, I've had a few different worlds I've, like, played with people. This is the first time I've, like, had a realm, though. So that means she can get on when I'm not playing. So that's really awesome. Makes it a lot easier. And I don't have to worry about being in the same location as someone in the, I guess, physical realm, I could call it. Real life, you know, not non-digital. So, you know, it's just nice because then she can get on and be like, hey, I added this, you should check it out. And get to brag about the things that we make and tell each other different ideas we have. You know, I really need to organize through this space here. And I need to get more raw chicken so I can, whatchamacallit. Oh no, I didn't mean to drop the bag. But yeah, I need to get more of this raw chicken because the villager that lives in my home that I pretend is my maid, cleaner, or whatever, that's why the place looks so clean, trades a certain amount of this for emeralds, so that's pretty cool. You know, I like to sometimes use these as compasses because they only face one direction, the sunflowers. But yeah, I know I need to light up some areas. I could use some alternative light sources than torches, but for now I'm just doing torches since they're the easiest to make. And I can adjust as I make more things. But yeah, those platforms there, those are pretty cool because then I can make stuff and not have to worry about different enemies unless I skip 3 days of sleeping in the game. Because phantoms. But yeah, there's oops. Okay. Hey, can you get me? Oh, you can. Okay. Oh no, there's 3 of them. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things I can do with this, and so many plans, and I have other plans for different things unrelated to the realm too. Both this YouTube stuff and videos and stuff, but also like personal life stuff too, because my brain is full of chaos. So I kind of like to use that in my advantage sometimes. There's just so much going on. Positive and negative stuff, you know. Some things I've dealt with, but I have so many ideas all the time in my brain that it can be hard to keep up with. But, you know, that's alright. It keeps me busy. But, yeah, I know I've been... How long have I been playing Minecraft? It's been quite a while. It's definitely changed a lot over time. And, I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. Because it's been a popular game. It's still a pretty popular game. And, you know, even though it's added a lot, it didn't really need to. It's just... It just became a benefit that it added a lot to the thing. Because you get some added stuff and people get excited like, oh, they've added this to the game, let me try this out, and, you know. Oh. Got a little lag. Okay. Must have been Wi-Fi cut out for a moment. But yeah, like, the fact that they've, like, done so much to it and added just so much, people get excited and are like, I'm gonna play again. And there's that whole, like, 2-week phase that people say, which I wouldn't say it's exactly 2 weeks for me. I know I've gone, like, on and off playing a bit. I don't know, I do it kind of sporadically, though I've been doing it a lot more lately because it's pretty cool and fun. I forgot why I've, you know, been obsessed with this game before. But it's just so much, and it's that good outlet for, you know, creativity and different things. And oh, got some server lag here, don't I? Must be a little iffy with the service or something. But yeah, I know every time they have the 2-week, or not 2-week, almost started talking about 2-week phase Minecraft. Oh, what's going on with this? I tried exiting and going back into the game. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, people get excited for games to get updates and play for a bit, and every time there's an update, I like to go on my phone in Creative World and kind of check out a few things, and then I'll research some certain things, and I don't always get everything. Some things I kind of figure out later, but I just think it's really fun because it's something that you can play in all ages. You can, you know, there's so many ways you can play, different play styles and all that. It's pretty cool, and I really like it, you know. I mean, there's a reason that there are so many Minecraft YouTubers. There's a reason that there's so many people who play it, even though it's, like, an older game. I wouldn't say it's really old, but it's still, like, an older game compared to some. Like, it still gets such a popularity, kind of like Skyrim, but for different reasons. So, I just find that pretty cool. Oh, I love those crafters, that's cool. But yeah, like, they can keep adding stuff, and I know they're still having more things they plan to add, but even if they were to suddenly just stop updates, there's still so much that we could play, and before they've added all of this stuff, there's so much they could do to, you know, just to add on to things, and I don't know, I'm kind of rambling a bit, but my point being, it's one of those games that the reason it's so popular is because it's not very strict on what you gotta do. It's not, you know, like, there are ways you can go through, you know, you can have different goals, like defeat the Ender Dragon or things like that, which I've never done without help, honestly. But, you know, there are people like me who like to just mess around and build stuff, and some things looking really nice, some things just kind of almost organized chaos, I guess. But yeah, it's just a really fun way. I like drawing and painting and doing different crafts, and so I think that the Minecraft kind of fits into that theme. And I like video games because, I mean, look at all these small details, like this cobblestone. Somebody designed this cobblestone. Somebody designed all these tiny little things, all these pixels. You know, somebody made these little details. And I really like video games, because, you know, I remember I used to annoy my brother a lot without meaning to. He actually asked one day if I was doing it on purpose, if I, did it on purpose. And I'm like, no, I was genuinely interested in that wall, because I would be admiring, like, even a little wall in a game, because there's just tiny details that most won't pay attention to, but somebody created it. Somebody made it, you know? So I just kind of, like, I would spend so long just admiring even a little wall, because it was just fascinating to me. All the different details people do, even if it's something that most won't really care about, it's still somebody made it. And even things that people don't really think to notice, they might notice anyways, and might feel like something's kind of off if, it just goes away at some point, and they won't know why something feels off. So it's kind of like the whole, when you get a bad feeling about things but don't know why that bad feeling came about, it's often your subconscious noticing things that you don't realize you notice. And so I kind of like see these different things that people add. I mean, look at the texture of the sand, look at the way that the grass is, the different, like, all these little details that people add make a huge difference. And I just think it's so cool. Like with the sugarcane, it has all these tiny details. I don't know, I'm kind of rambling on about details and things like that, but the thing is, it is really cool. You know, the different colors and shades of things, the way they made it so as you get closer you can see it better with the mountains, the way, all that. Oh, speaking of mountains, I like to go hiking a lot with my dad. Usually on Sundays, it's kind of like our Sunday thing. And I know certain weather conditions get away, but like even if it's snowing, we're still gonna go hiking. We have stuff for the snow. You just gotta be prepared to make sure you do it safely. But anyways, in Minecraft, I want to make a little hiking trail. And I can take inspiration from actual hiking trails I've been on. And I was thinking of using, like, maybe, if I can get the warped trees, I could use, like, blue buttons to, or, like, the teal, cyan, whatever you call it. Anyways, the warped wood buttons to make it look like the trail's marked. Or I could have an unmarked trail, because that happens too sometimes. Fun fact, wintertime, the trails aren't as well maintained. So, that's always something to, if anyone wants to go winter hiking, just make sure, 1, you're prepared to be safe, because you don't know what could happen. And 2, trails aren't going to be as well maintained, except maybe specific trails. But, yeah, I want to make a, hiking trail in this game, because I think that would be cool. I'll probably do one in creative, and then once I get some stuff I want to in survival here, I can make one in survival. And, just kind of figure it out from there. But there are so many ways I could go about it, so I could probably do multiple different designs. And I think that would be pretty cool. So, I don't know. There's a lot of different things that I plan to do, a lot of things I could do. Oh, I also have a tunnel system that has, like, amethyst flooring, dark oak, glass, things like that. I need to make a video on that, too. But I did order, some different, like, wooden blocks or whatever, and the tiny ones that I want to paint in real life and kind of make a cool design, like another portal or things like that, kind of cool design in real life. That'd be kind of cool to do. I have way too many plans. Yes! I got more iron. I am so happy about that. But yeah, it's kind of cool. A lot of different ideas, a lot of different plans, keeping me busy. And I just think it's really fun to kind of chill out and do that. I know some things take a lot of time and some things seem a bit tedious, but it's worth it. It definitely is. Now, I'm not sure what I'm doing here with this mountain. I just kind of started mining, so I'm just kind of going with it. So I might do something, I might not. Maybe I'll forget about it and find it later and be like, hey, let me do something with this. Or maybe I'll be like, I wonder where to do whatever project I end up thinking at the time, and then I'll find this and be like, hey, I can do that. Look at that mountain. I think that's pretty cool. Minecraft is such a lovely game. You know, all the river falling, the caves, the mountain, all of this. Maybe I should make a bridge go across. The skeleton that can't see me, thankfully. Yeah, that's nice. Anyways, I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a very great day.